I cannot believe that Trump is trying to ban EBT recipients from buying junk food. Yeah, you heard that. Buying junk food. Why do you care if I buy 10 cases of soda? SNAP recipients may be barred from junk food purchases under new House GOP bill. So if this new bill passes, you cannot buy soft drinks, candy, ice cream, prepared desserts such as cake, pies, cookies, or similar products. What the fuck? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper are pushing to keep their products eligible for purchase by SNAP. I'm sorry, but what I buy with my food stamps is none of your fucking business. At all. I don't care if you're a fucking taxpayer. I'm gonna set up a petition, okay? And I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna, everybody that's against this fucking ban needs to sign it. Apparently, they're trying to make America healthy again. If I don't tell you guys what to buy with your money, then you shouldn't care about how I spent my EBT. Like I said, I don't care if it comes from your taxes. Let me buy whatever the fuck I want to buy. This is truly unacceptable, and I'm not standing by this. I will sue them if I have to.
Y'all, I'm about to get real for a minute. So they passed this new thing in Louisiana where you can't use your EBT for sodas, cookies, anything sweet like that. It doesn't really affect me because I don't put that crap in my buggy anyway. But whenever it's time for a birthday cake, I do purchase. When it's time for Easter baskets, I do purchase. When it's time for stocking stuffers, I do purchase. So to not get that is going to freaking affect me. Yes, I can afford the decorations. Yes, I can afford the cake. Yes, I can afford the goodie bags. But dang, it helps. It helps my baby get whatever cake he wants. Like, I feel like I pay those taxes too. I work. I'm not some couch-sitting woman that's just chugging sodas and eating zebra cakes all day. I'm a tax-paying citizen. And when I get back in food stamps, should not matter to you what I spend it on. If I want to buy my baby a Paw Patrol cake, why do you care? It's my tax dollars too. But don't worry. On snack day, my baby will be there with a bag of apples, since y'all so worried about health.
Now, don't get it twisted. I am a true believer in working hard to get what you want. And I do not believe in using the government in any kind of way, okay? But I was not raised with a silver spoon in my mouth, and we had a hard upbringing now. Down south, D love the kids. I'm kind of on the fence about this, man, because it's like, say for instance, mom and dad are walking in the grocery store. They shopping, and the kid wants some soda or some chips or a box of ice cream. That's a gut punch to a kid to tell a kid no. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't like the fact that you can't buy a birthday cake or something like that. And another thing, I wonder what all these big companies like Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, Lil Debbie, I wonder what they doing, man. I know they behind the scenes fighting hard for it because, they make tons of money off of EBT sales each and every year, man. Now, the good old days food stamps, man, I remember you used to be able to go in the store and they used to give you change back in real money. I remember people were becoming entrepreneurs off food stamps, man. People were becoming the neighborhood candy lady. People were making ice cream trucks by getting food stamps back in the day, man. So they trying to cut all that out, man. But again, like I say, I do not believe in frauding or using the government in no kind of way. But y'all kind of messing yourself up by putting all these EBT hauls out here on TikTok and social media, showing everybody across Instagram what you buying, and them folks just sitting back laughing saying, yeah, we got something for all their asses. Oh yeah, we got something for that. And I don't think they're going to force this law on each and every state. I think they're going to leave it up to the different states that we live in to decipher where they want to implement this thing or not. But I guess they're just trying to, make sure all the kids are just getting healthy food and they just not trying to be wasting taxpayers' money on junk food, man. So, I don't know. You guys drop your thoughts in the comments or what do y'all think about this. I normally have a lot of people on this side and a lot of people on that side, man, because you can look at it in a lot of different ways. But let's get back into it.
Did anybody see this yet? Look at this.
Department has encouraged states to think differently and creatively about how to solve the many health issues facing Americans. One way is by not allowing taxpayer-funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase by SNAP recipients is sugary drinks.
So this is a disclaimer. This is my opinion. And I agree with the statement. Like, if you're receiving any type of benefits, yeah, you shouldn't be spending it on sugary food. Like, you know, candy, cupcakes, soda. Like, no, that's not really necessary. I would definitely spend, if I had benefits, I would have spent it on quality food. Like, I would have been getting the best chicken, the best milk, you know, the best orange juice. But what do you think? Am I bugging?
There are a lot of people who aren't going to agree with me on this, but I don't think we should be banning like soda and chips on food stamps. If you think that we should, you've never been the poor kid. You've never been the kid who was so different from everybody else. Taking those things away from them, it just further divides like the rich kids from the poor kids. It's unacceptable. Like, sometimes that little treat is like what helps you feel normal. Clearly you've never been the recipient of like a food stamp birthday party. Your mom was able to buy some, you know, cheap hot dogs and some chips and some soda, and you were allowed to have a couple friends over. You've never been able to like just go and get that special treat that, you know, that's all your mom could afford. Or, you know, that birthday cake, that Mario birthday cake. Yeah, your mom can make you a cake at home, but kids, they don't appreciate that, you know, homemade cake tastes better. They don't care. They want the cake that looks just like the one that their friends have. Why do we need to do this? Like, is it really that big of an issue? I mean, have you seen how expensive soda is? I highly doubt that these people are spending all of their money on soda and chips. Do they buy it occasionally? Probably, but I would be willing to bet that it's not what they're spending all of their money on. And guess what? Even if you change it to where it can only be used for healthy food or whatever, the people who are going to sell them, they're going to sell them. The people who are misusing the system, they're still going to misuse the system. You're really not doing anything except punishing these kids, as far as I'm concerned.
Have you ever wondered why they want to ban sodas and other sugary stuff from food stamps?
Punish poor people.
This is why. This is a food stamp order I'm delivering. An entire buggy full of junk. That's why they want to ban it. People don't know moderation. This is the third order I've delivered to this house this month.
You know who else doesn't know moderation? I'm guessing you, bud. First off, I don't know, does anyone out there doing Instacart, can you tell if someone is using an EBT card to pay for their delivery? Also, bud, you're complaining about the people employing you. That's the third time this month they've employed you and helped you earn a living. You should be thankful that they are ordering stuff so you can pay your light bill. And as far as why the government wants to cancel that kind of thing, it's because they want to punish poor people. And they will do so any way they can.
Trump said you can no longer buy sodas and Little Debbie's with your EBT card. Can y'all believe that? First of all, I'm hurt. Because I've been trying to get on food stamps for the longest. And they won't accept you, girl. I guess I'm too on. But listen, now he says with your EBT card, all you can buy is straight food. Just food. You can't get the sodas and the Kool-Aid pouches and the Little Debbies and the Zoom Zooms and the Wham Whams. You have to get strictly food. It's going to be a strict list that they basically say this is food. And that's all you can get with your food stamp card. How do y'all feel about that? I'm hurt. I can't even get the food stamp card, but if I could get the food stamp card, I couldn't get what I want to eat. I gotta eat the Tiffany plate. That's it. That's all. So I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that, but it's not like it matters because I can't get it anyways. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below.
Texas Senate passes a bill to ban soda, chips, and candy from food stamps. Yo, this is nasty work, man. I'm glad my mother would have me back in the 80s, man, where she had food stamps that they gave you pay. It was actually cash. They gave you food stamp cash, and you could spend whatever you wanted with that motherfucker. Good thing that I was broke early in my years, man, because now They making it hard for you broke motherfuckers, man. Everybody on food stamp right now, bro. Listen, no more soda, no more Coca-Cola. Listen, I'm gonna put y'all up on game, man. Go to Target, get you a Soda Stream. Yeah, Soda Stream. You can make as much soda as you want at the crib. You just make your own soda. Yeah, I think it tastes like shit, but hey, you ain't got no other choice, man. Look, they taking Coca-Cola, Fanta, Mountain Dew, all that, Dr. Pepper, all that shit. Yeah, it's over for you. You got to pay cash, my nigga. Oh, it's crazy. Texas giving it up sour. God damn, what other states is next, man? Nasty work.
First it was, who the fuck gonna stay? Who the fuck you gonna love? How many kids you gonna have? Whether you gonna get hired at a job that you done went to school for or not based on the color of your skin. Now he's telling you, what the fuck you gonna eat? Yes, my eyelashes in my hand, but I don't give a flying fuck right now. So guess what? This mainly goes out to all you low-income, welfare recipient, food stamp, card sliding ass people that think you rich doing your load date. Thank you. Because you were some of the ones that voted them in. And this has no color on it. You did it. You asked for it. You got it. I don't give a hell. I don't eat the sugar no more. I don't drink the soda. I don't do all that cookie potato chip eating ass shit. I'm not one of them that want to go up inside the grocery store and slide my EBT card to get my shrimp and my steak and my lobster tails. Oh no, I don't do that because guess what? I spend cash money on mine. How about that? So keep crying. How does it feel? You asked for it, so you got it. Nobody want to hear that shit. Because to tell you the truth, you need to be telling me how you was getting all them goddamn food stamps anyway. I'm here to tell you. Let me know. Educate me. How was you getting them? Me, one eyelash and all, sitting here with my bonnet, sipping on my tea. Yep, for real. I want to know.
So now people that receive EBT and food stamps are not going to be allowed to buy junk food with EBT or food stamps? I seen something that stated that the Trump administration was stopping people who receive EBT or food stamps to stop buying any junk food or high processed food items with their EBT and food stamps. And if they are going to put this rule in place, they just need to decrease the price of healthy foods, okay? Because healthy foods are so high. That's why people shop and buy things that they can afford, aka junk food and high processed foods, because they are trying to make their food stamps benefits stretch the whole month. So towards the end of the month, the kids might be eating oodles and noodles or TV dinners or whatever else or sandwiches with chips because guess what? Or hot dogs and burgers because guess what? It is just high. Stuff is high. So you're trying to stretch your food stamps towards the end of the month to make them last. Because anybody who have received food stamps before, which is me, I've received them before, know that those food stamps benefits does not last the whole month. And we all know that that bag of vegetables is $10 or the price of eggs at this point. Okay? It's like $12 for a carton of eggs. Listen, decrease the price of healthy foods so that people can actually afford to buy them.
So Trump and his administration has passed a bill to where junk food can't be bought with EBT. And hey, don't get me wrong. I understand a lot of people do abuse it. That's understandable. Here is the thing. To eat healthy and organic is very expensive. So if you got a family that only get $500 and you want them to eat organic and healthy, they're not going to get a lot of food that lasts them throughout the month because the prices are so expensive. So if they're going to do that, I think they need to go after these companies that are charging an arm and a leg for organic or healthy food. Like, that's crazy. To be healthy, it costs so much. Even when we go to the store, a bottle of water, $4, $5 for a bottle of water. Water should be a bottle of water, like single bottle of water, should be like 50 cents because it's healthy. But then you can go outside of Walmart and get a can of soda for 50 cents. And then they wonder why Americans are big and Americans are unhealthy. And America's like, it's a lot of fat people over here compared to other countries because other countries, food and produce are like damn near organic. It's like, you know what I'm saying, way fresher and healthier than our food. But I'm gonna mind my business on that.
SNAP will no longer allow you to actually buy soda and candy and things like that off your link card, off your SNAP card, because they said that it's not nutritional foods, and now the Trump administration is banning that from the link, from the SNAP benefits. But in my opinion, they're always going to try to say some shit that they feel as though is going to, sound like it's good, but it's always going to be propaganda. I don't understand how y'all can sit there and say you guys want people to be nutritional when you're still not planting any fruits and vegetable trees, and that basically, when you do go and buy those from stores, they're not organic. They have no seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no nutrition, no value to the fruits and vegetables in the stores we buy today. You have to literally know what barcodes to grab in order to grab something that will be seeded. And half the time, it still just might not be organic. Unless you're growing your own food, even though you guys are still destroying the soil, you won't be getting any nutrition. Unless you're going to the local farmers markets and things like that, you will not be getting any nutrition from anything in these stores. So for them to be saying they're going to ban soda pop and candies and things like that from SNAP benefits, it's just, it's barbaric, it's retarded, it's remedial, it's weird as fuck. There's no purpose. You might as well just let them continue to get what they're getting, because you're still not going to put anything nutritional in these stores. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't even teach doctors nutrition, let alone we want to sit here and broadcast nutrition. If we're going to talk about nutrition, you need to discuss every single thing that you're doing that's honestly harming everyone's health every single fucking day. Allowing Bill Gates to spray the sky, allowing Pfizer and all these other motherfuckers to do what they've been doing. It's just, they just continuously do certain things and say certain things, and it's always the wordplay. So they decided to ban Red 40. They have RFK Jr. acting as though he's doing things to benefit people's health, and he's not helping anyone benefit anything at all. So I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I call bullshit as usual. Everything is always bullshit. Big Pharma actually brings in at least $27 billion annually from just junk food alone, okay, y'all? So basically, Big Pharma and processed food, they lobbying basically to honestly still rig the system. There's no way in hell they're going to actually give you guys anything that's going to be nutritional, okay, y'all? The Arkansas waiver actually proves that states can actually lead, but the real reform is going to happen when actually they dismantle the corporate lobbying system. And honestly,
it to an extreme, but that's how you start a slippery slope there. Then you say, well, I don't think poor people should be worried about seasoning their food. Yeah, seasoning is extra. That just they can only get the meat, and they can only get the items. They can only get the meat and the rice. Yeah, no sauces either for poor people. They shouldn't get ketchup. We shouldn't be paying for anybody's ketchup. Taxpayers shouldn't be paying for ketchup. You should eat your food dry. Oh, they don't need hamburger buns. They have the hamburger. They don't need hamburger buns. The meat is enough. Chips. You don't need chips to go with your sandwich. You have a sandwich. You see how we can just start going? We can just start going. We can just start going and going and going. So it's bigger than the fact of food stamps shouldn't be used for sugary drinks and candy. It probably shouldn't be used for that. RFK probably is right. The taxpayers' dollars probably shouldn't be used for your food stamps to be getting candy. But do we really want to give the government more control? Do we really want to live in a society where if we're going to give poor people money to get food, we want to tell them specifically what food they can eat? That's a slippery slope.
So you mean to tell me that y'all not gonna be able to buy snacks with EBT anymore? Shit, in this day and age, I'm surprised anybody is even able to qualify for food stamps, because baby, they been told me I made too much money, and in my eyes, I don't make enough. They was like, we can't buy anything that's sweet, including juices and snacks. But being for real, like when I used to get food stamps, all I got was my meats, baby. A pack of chicken is $14 a pack. Pork chop, $13 a pack. Hamburger meat, $13 a pack. Like, I'm finna get my meats out the way, and we'll worry about the snacks at a later time. And shit, even if I got most of my meats out the way, I'm finna get my side dishes. I'm finna get my fruits and vegetables. Like, I'm finna get everything that matters. So, to be honest, I ain't even mad that they finna take the ability to buy snacks with food stamps, because you can buy that with cash, baby. Y'all need the food. But anyway, how y'all feel about it? And then they also said they're going to be decreasing everybody's food stamps by $200. To be honest, they don't want us to have it anyway.
This video is for Jeff Landry, Donald Trump, Brooke Rollins, and Secretary Kennedy. Why the fuck did it matter if people was purchasing soda and candy with they fucking food stamps? Like, just say y'all fucking miserable and go on about y'all goddamn motherfucking life. Like, y'all some fucking hoes.
You're not going to be allowed to use food stamps to purchase soda anymore. In a huge announcement from Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the Trump administration, they are now outlawing the purchase of soda and soft drinks with people who use food stamps. The Agricultural Secretary announced today that there are new waivers banning soda, candy, and other junk food from food stamp eligibility. She said SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to provide health food benefits to low-income families. Secretary RFK said the U.S. taxpayer should not be paying to feed the poorest kids in the country food that will give them diabetes. We are spending $405 million a day on food stamps, and 10% of that is going to sugary drinks. Now, this is not outlawed in every state across the country. The states themselves have to apply for a waiver that will then ban the use of those food stamps on those types of items. And as of today, on the first day, it is now going to be approved in 2026 in Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, Colorado, and West Virginia, with more states expected to sign up.
Here in the US, you can no longer purchase junk food and sodas with food stamps. Yes, several states like Arkansas, Idaho, Utah, and many more have already banned the purchases of junk food and soda in their states. And there's many more to come. Robert Kennedy Jr. is literally pushing to completely ban sodas worldwide with the use of food stamps, because if you want to buy a sugary soda, the taxpayer should not pay for it, is what he said in his own words. One person even used Grog to actually ask, and yes, the 3 states that I've listed, they're completely banned, and then several more, and even more, is pushing this into effect in early 2026. So as I said again, if you use food stamps or SNAP, you will no longer be able to purchase chips, candy, sodas, anything. It's strictly just healthy foods. They are really pushing this agenda hard starting next year. Apparently, some of them have been able to purchase, like, let's say 7-Eleven pizzas. You can no longer be able to purchase anything like that or hot foods. It is strictly going to be healthy foods only. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below.